2025. You know, most Christians, before I get into the news, most Christians know of the two future judgments by Jesus Christ, right? We have the great white throne judgment, right? Talked about in Revelation chapter 20, and that's going to be just for sinners, okay? And that judgment is from the beginning of time, you know, after Adam and Eve, all the way through the end of the millennium. The second judgment that most people know about is when we get to heaven. And that's called the Bema seat of Christ in 2 Corinthians 5:10. And that's for who? That's for Christians, and that's not for judgment as far as hell. We're already in heaven. But that's for rewards, right? Rewards. But there's a third judgment, you all. And a lot of people don't know about this one, and this one is critically important based on what we always talk about, and that's anti-Semitism. Okay, this one is called, the judgment of the nations. Nations, and that's where God separates the sheep from the goats. Remember when he says, because you gave me something to drink, because you went to go visit me, because you fed me. And then they go, Lord, when did we feed you? Right? When did we give you water? When did we go visit you? And as much as you've done it to the least of my brethren, you did it unto me. Remember that one, you all? Matthew chapter 25. We're going to get into that, and it's going to be very, very important. But before I do that, let's first cover a number of this past week's prophecy-related news. America first, okay? Tomorrow, they're supposed to have in Washington, D.C., a very important meeting about the Russia-Ukraine war, and Zelensky is going to be there, right? The leader of Ukraine, as well as some leaders from Europe or NATO nations. A very, very important meeting. When Trump and Putin met in Alaska, do you know that was the first time a Russian president has been on American soil?